just about 5 minutes, we'll be calling about 20 dancers and singers up onto the platform here, or up onto the Turtle Mound for our 4 o'clock dance activity. Very briefly before that, I'd like to explain who we are, just in case some of you are newcomers to the Indian Village here at the State Fair. Most of the literature that attempts to describe the indigenous peoples of New York State makes reference to the Iroquois Confederacy, and that's probably the most general term that is used when people are describing what we call the people of the Longhouse. And so the native people who are here are members of what you know as the Iroquois Confederacy. Now what that means is that some of our dancers and our craftspeople and the people who make up the native people here at the fair, it means that some of them are Seneca, and there are still 3 large reservations in western New York where most of the Senecas reside. And if they're, in addition to the Seneca, of course, we have the Mohawks. They are the traditional keepers of our eastern door. In between those 2 groups, the Senecas in the west and the Mohawks in the east, we have the Tuscarora, the Oneida, the Cayuga, and the Onondaga. My name is Lloyd Elm. I'm sorry, I should have introduced myself. My name is Lloyd Elm, and I'm the president of the Six Nation Agricultural Society, and it's on their behalf that I welcome you here to our Indian Village. You pulled the plug on me back there. But anyway, we come from those 6 nations, and 55 years ago, when we were first invited, when our fathers were invited, or our grandfathers were invited here, the members of the 6 nations came here to the fair, and since that time until now, we've been coming to the fair every year. And every year the crowd gets larger and larger, and every year our dancing group gets larger and larger. But I might add this, that the young people that come up here to dance, the only time that they come together is here at the fair. The only time that they actually dance together, most of them, is here at the fair. However, the dances that we do are the dances that are done at a social event or back on the reservation. Many of you may realize there are still 7 reservations in New York State. There are still 7 places where all of the native people live. And by the last census, whether it was accurate or not, there's approximately 28,000 members of the 6 nations residing on the reservation, with another 20,000 living in the urban areas. So our count within New York State is 38,000, approximately, give or take 38,000 either way. Right over your head, right? We didn't get that one. Well, anyway, we're here to enjoy, to have a good time, and share parts of our culture with you. We're glad that you're here with us on this beautiful afternoon at the great New York State Fair. And I'm going to ask Ronnie Shenandoah. Ronnie is a member of the Onondaga Nation Eel Clan. He's our lead singer, and he's being assisted by a Cayuga. His name is Stanley Buck. So, Ronnie, we ready to bring him up? We'll be bringing our dancers. We need a little space right down here. They're going to be coming through there, and once they get up here, then you can sit back down. So your guests right here, would you please move and make a little alleyway there for them to come through there so they can come up onto the Turtle Mound from there. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed my pleasure to present to you the 1991 New York State Fair Indian Village Singers and Dancers. offered words of welcome. Now we have another way of doing that. In your honor, we present the welcome song and dance of the people of the Longhouse. We need a microphone out in front, please. It is indeed my honor to present to you a very special young lady who is part of our group up here. Each year, the Agricultural Society requests that one of the nations select from their young people a young lady to represent our youth here at the New York State Fair. This year that honor went to the Tonawanda Senecas. They've selected a beautiful young lady. It is indeed my honor to present to you the 1991 New York State Fair Indian Village Princess, Miss Ashley Sundown.
Hi, my name's Ashley Sundown, and I'm 19 years old. I'm representing the Tonawanda Senecas. I'm attending Mohawk Valley Community College as an advertising, design, and production major. I'd like to welcome you to the Indian Village and hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the fair. Yawa.
Yo. Thank you very much, Ashley. We began each one of our dance programs, whether it be here at the fair or in a longhouse or at some other setting, by paying tribute to the women of our nations. And I'm going to ask Ashley if she'll lead our women in the women's dance of the people of the Longhouse.
They can sit right there.
Coming round the mountain. Wonder if you've ever heard that one before, eh? Well, we're going to turn to the oldest set of social dances that we have, that I know of anyway. They're called the old moccasin dance. We do this, either this or the fish dance at this time, following the women's dance. So I'm going to ask the singers to go sing two moccasin dance songs. And since this is the year of the Seneca, we'll ask the two Seneca dancers, Scott Logan and Ryan Jimerson, to lead our group in the old moccasin dance. Two songs, Ron.
Hey!
you. We're going to turn to a dance now that is probably one of the most favorite dances that we do in a longhouse. Many years ago, it was the task or the duty of the young people, and particularly the young ladies, to go out and pick the raspberries and the blackberries. And when they did that, they were also taught how to stick their foot into that berry bush and to shake it, just in case that there was a creature of the forest there after the very same berries. Well, that task turned into one of our dances, and it's called Shake the Bush. It's a very long process to start it in a longhouse, but I'm going to ask Ryan and Scott to just go up in front now and line up so we can show this Shake the Bush. 2 songs, Ron. 2 Shake the Bush songs. Old timer. Longhouse dance. To mention that on next Friday, this coming Friday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we're going to have a war dance contest here, and it's open to everybody who wants to come and compete in 3 categories. We have a senior men's fancy dance, senior women's fancy dance, and a junior division. And if anyone is out there wanting to take part in that contest, feel free to join us on Friday afternoon. We're going to let 4 of our young men get ready for that and warm up a little bit. I'm going to call on one of our Mohawk dancers. His name is Jason Edwards, member of the Bear Clan, Mohawk Nation. We have also Wewoka Shenandoah. His dad is the one singing there. He's from the Onondaga Reservation. Lance Isaacs last year was the junior division champion, but this year he's going to dance against the adults. You're in the adult category this year. And we have Shannon Booth, member of the Hugh Clan, Onondaga. These 4 young men will come out and dance, right? Now get ready, warm-up time. Get ready for the contest. And I'll tell you as you watch, they're to stop right on the last beat of the drum. Somebody that shook Lance before I went out there. I don't think he was concentrating on what we're doing here. Well, you know, all the kind of dances that we do have a purpose. Even these fancy dances, you know, they're there to entertain. They're there to express some artistic movements in dance. One of the dances we do has a beautiful song to it. It's the men are in an outer circle, the women get in the inner circle, and they dance. And according to how the song goes, a young man is able to dance with a young lady for a very short length of time, and then they can kind of change partners. It's called a canoe dance. And the song that goes with it, if you watch and just listen, it's a beautiful dance, and it's one that was used to promote social interaction among young people within our culture today, and it's been going that way for a long, long time. So, gentlemen, would you please make the outer circle, and young ladies, would you get to the inner circle, please? And Ron's going to sing his old-time canoe dance. You know, in this contest next Friday, it's been just over the past several years that, well, maybe not that, the past 20 years across the country, women began to fancy dance in contest against men. If you go to the big powwows in the east, in the west, there were occasions when some of the fancy dancers, unless you got real close and looked, you didn't know whether there were men or women in there, because the women began to dance very fancy. It's not been that long since we've been doing that here. However, I'm going to ask any one of the young ladies who would like to come out and get used or accustomed to the singing or the songs that we'll be using Friday to come out right now. We're going to sing one smoke dance. So step out there and get warmed up and get used to the singing there. Way out in front there. Making some points right now. All right. Okay, that's nice. We're going to do a round dance now, and at this 4 o'clock show, we usually invite some of our guests to come up and join us. Now, there's two ways we do this. And the way if we do it the Western style, the men are in the outer circle, and the women get on the inner circle, and they dance, and all the women dance in a circle inside. But when we round dance in a longhouse, there's one large circle, and there's a man and a woman, a man and a woman, a man and a woman. And if you'd like to come up and join us to dance, you come up and get in that order. Just invite yourself up, come up, but we're inviting you as our guest. So we form that circle and have Scott lead this. As Scott dances and changes direction, the rest of us will also. If there's anybody in the audience who would like to round dance with us, we're inviting you to come up here right now and get into our circle. The circle of friendship, it's the only place, the only opportunity that some of you may have to come up and join Native people in this circle. Right behind you, Scott, there's a young lady and her little boy. Oh, she may make it. Come on up. Get into our circle. Just fit yourself into a circle there, and we're going to hold hands and swing our arms with this round dance. Going to swing our arms with this round dance. Okay, that's nice. We've got children and adults coming up, so okay, Ron, let's start them off on this. Put yourself in between some of the native people so that you can pick up on a step with them. Make a bigger circle. Can't make too much of a bigger circle, Scott. We're going to be in Solvay. Okay, round dance time. Two lines. Thank you very much, all of you who came up and joined us in our circle here in the round dance. That was real nice. You know, the first time we did that about 8 years ago, we invited everybody up. Nobody came up. Then the second time we offered, the little children came up because they weren't as inhibited. And since that time to now, it's always been, we've got a good response from everybody. That was really nice. We appreciate that very much. We're going to conclude our program. Thank you. We're going to conclude our program right now with a stomp dance. I'm going to ask Stanley Buck of the Cayuga Nation to lead our group in a stomp dance, and they will go around a circle on a turtle mound, and then they're going to be dancing out in front of the turtle mound. And our program will end when Stanley yells there, and we'll all be back here again at 7 o'clock tonight. Okay, Stan, we hope you have a lovely, safe afternoon here at the great New York State Fair. You're going to have to stay with us for the whole fair. No, I'm just kidding. Village. 55 years ago, the management of the New York State Fair invited members of the Six Nations to come to the fair to be part of it. 55 years ago. They had been coming to the fair before then, kind of like or they would be invited here to play a game of lacrosse, maybe put on exhibit some of their arts and crafts. But 55 years ago, this village, many of the buildings have been replaced, but it became formally usable by members of the Six Nations as the Indian Village at the New York State Fair. And what that means is we have approximately 100 native people from the Six Nations that either stay here or they're here every day of the fair. That means that some of our dancers, the young people will be coming up here very shortly. Some of them are members of the Mohawk Nation. Some of them are Seneca. And this is the year of the Tonawanda Seneca in particular. And in between those two groups, the Mohawks are the traditional keepers of the eastern door, and the Senecas are the traditional keepers of the western door. And so between those groups, or across New York State, we would find the different groups of the Tuscarora, who are located today near Lewiston, New York, or near Niagara Falls. And then the traditional homelands of the Cayuga were in the Finger Lakes, near the Geneva region or area. Today, most of the Cayugas live on the Cattaraugus Seneca Reservation near between Gowanda and Silver Creek, about 30 miles south of Buffalo. And if you continue to move east, it was right near here that this group, or this confederacy, was put together near 1,000 years ago. And this is the homeland of the Onondaga Nation. I'm sorry, but my name is Lloyd Elm, and I am a member of the Onondaga Nation. I grew up on a reservation just south of Syracuse here, and I've spent most of my life there, except now I work in Buffalo. And but I come back. My home is Onondaga, but I'm out there among the Senecas right now, and having just the time of my life. If you would go further east from here, down in the Mohawk Valley, or down near Rome and Utica, those are the traditional land of the Oneidas. And so that includes all of the Six Nations. If you begin in the east, we have the Mohawks, the Oneidas, the Onondagas, the Cayugas, the Tuscaroras, and the Senecas in western New York. And we do have representatives from each one of those groups that are part of our demonstration of arts and crafts, or they bring premiums to our men's building or to the women's building. And if you haven't had a chance to visit those buildings, I would recommend that you do. In fact, one of the not lost arts of Native people, over in the Iroquois Arts Center, there is a young lady who was there, and she is stringing lacrosse sticks. You know, a few years back, I coached lacrosse over here at West Genesee High School, and at that time, all of the players used wooden sticks. But technology took over that market, and all of the kids now play with fiberglass or some kind of compound other than the wooden sticks. And across the state, upstate New York here, where they play lacrosse, they no longer use. But the old art of making the wooden stick is still held. Mr. Patterson from the Tuscarora Reservation is one of the craftspeople who continues to make lacrosse sticks the way they were made over the history of the game itself. So if you haven't visited that little lacrosse demonstration over there, I would suggest you go by there. If you know what the game of lacrosse is, and if you've played the game, I would suggest you go there, because I'm not sure how long before there won't be anyone in the States making lacrosse sticks out of wood anymore, because technology has taken that, and the market is such that not only at the high school level or the semi-professional box lacrosse level or at the college level, all of those sticks are now being made with fiberglass or plastic. But anyway, I wanted to mention that to you, and there's a few other characters of this village I want to mention. A few years after Native people began to come here, at the time, Franklin D. Roosevelt was the governor of New York State. And he happened to visit the fair, and people told him there were Native people here. So he came here, and when he got here, whoever the leaders were at that time, our fathers or grandfathers who were here, they befriended him, and they brought him, and when they danced, they gave him an Indian name. And they kind of made him like a brother. They brought him into the Six Nation Agricultural Society and gave him a name. Well, lo and behold, that fall he was elected and he became the President of the United States. And that's kind of a nice person to have in your family, you know, the President of the United States. And it wasn't long after that, when the State Fair asked for money to put some buildings up here, that they turned to the federal government. The federal government could not give the state of New York itself money for these buildings. So through a presidential executive order, President Roosevelt designated this land, this 6 acres here, as reservation. And because of that, if you purchase or as you visit here, the one thing that you'll find that's absent from all of it is, of course, when you pay maybe $5 or $10 for some of the art, there will be no New York State tax attached to that. I'm not sure whether that's good or bad, but it makes me feel good when I come here and we don't have to collect tax from anybody, because there is a feeling across the state, you know, we are in a financial crisis, and you're the ones that are going to bail the state out. The people in Albany won't do that. You're going to have to do that. But anyway, this is a little reservation, and it's one that we've enjoyed for several years. We enjoy having you come to visit us, because we have 3 primary purposes as to why we come here. The first one is to demonstrate to you that this culture that began approximately 1,000 years ago is still alive today. We're struggling to hold on to it, but it's still alive. There are still many elements of that culture in terms of religion, arts and crafts, and dance and social structure that are still functioning today. And we're here to demonstrate that in spite of 500 years of extreme pressure to assimilate and surrender that, we've held tenaciously to those traditions that make us the people of the Long House. Secondly, we like to demonstrate that even though you come here and you see that we are culturally different, what you see us as being culturally different, but indeed we have the same thoughts, we have the same dreams, same aspirations, the same feelings as all of you. All of us make a living in a very comparable way that you do. There may be a few of our craftspeople that make a living through crafts, making and selling of crafts. However, we live just the same way that you do. And I think most important, the reason we come here to the fair as Native people is to celebrate our place in our multicultural society. We come here recognizing that we are indeed part of this great country, and this great country, without question, the strength of our country lies in our diversity, not only of our diversity in ethnicity, but our diversity in thinking. You know, and right now across the state, we were to honor the Commissioner of Education. He was to be here this morning, and we were going to present him with some gifts and maybe give him an Indian name and bring him into the Agricultural Society. He was not able to make it. We're close to the opening of school, and across the state there's a lot of crises that is going on, and he just could not make it, and he asked without question for me to share his thoughts with you about multicultural education, because we perceive that to be the latest and largest contribution that he made to the education of young people in our state. And so with that introduction, and that was supposed to be a short introduction, I'm going to ask if our dancers and singers are ready back there. We have a young man who's our lead singer. He also has been the master of ceremonies for the past couple of days. His name is Ronnie Shenandoah, member of the Onondaga Nation, member of the Eel Clan of the Onondaga Nation. He's our lead singer, and he's assisted by Stanley Buck, a member of the Cayuga Nation. Again, it's very nice to have you here. This is Indian Day at the fair, and I guess what that means to Native people is that in part it's a recognition that this entire village here is indeed reservation land that is held by the Six Nations in general. And because of that, we're able to invite you back here and celebrate this Indian Day, and the Indians come and get in free, and not everybody, but people from all over the state come here on this very special day set aside at the fair for the indigenous peoples of New York State. And so with that, I'll ask Ronnie Shenandoah to begin our dancers up onto the Turtle Mound here. We just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this beautiful warm morning that we have. I might add that at 2 o'clock there will be a band concert here in the Indian Village by the Six Nations Band. Then at 4 o'clock we have a war dance contest up here on the platform here, and everybody's invited to be part of that. At 7 o'clock tonight we'll have our regular program. I'd like to say this to all the native people who are here, and our guests will have to excuse me for a moment. To all the native people who are here, I just want to say, Nyawahaskano. That's a greeting among our people that says, I'm glad that you're here and I'm glad you're in good health. And with that, it is my pleasure to introduce and present to you the singers and dancers of the people of the Longhouse. Nyawaha. All right, I've offered words of welcome. We have another way of welcoming guests into our villages here, that we open our program with a welcome song and dance of the people of the Longhouse. I have a very special honor here. Each year, the Six Nation Agricultural Society asks one of our nations to select from their young people a young lady to represent our youth here at the New York State Fair. This year, that honor went to the Tonawanda Band of Senecas, and they've selected a beautiful young lady who has been here for the entire part of the fair. She's led our women in the dances. And you know, if you're from Tonawanda out there, you should be very proud. This young lady has not only demonstrated the kind of character that we hope all young people would have, she's also very gracious, a very beautiful, and a very intelligent young lady. And it is indeed my pleasure to present to you the 1991 New York State Fair. It's not him. The 1991 New York State Fair Indian Village Princess, Miss Ashley Sundown.
Hi, my name is Ashley Sundown. I'm the 1991 New York State Fair Indian Village Princess. I'm 19 years old, and I'm a member of the Beaver Clan. I live on the Tonawanda Indian Reservation near Akron, New York, and I'm here representing the Tonawanda Senecas. I attend Mohawk Valley Community College in Utica as an advertising design and production major. I'd like to welcome everyone to the Indian Village and hope you enjoy the rest of your day at the fair. Yawa.
Thank you. Yawaha. We have a little memento for this occasion. It states on his plaque, New York State Fair Indian Village Princess, 1991, Ashley Sundown, Beaver Clan, Seneca Nation. presented by the Six Nation Agricultural Society. And on behalf of our society, Ashley, we are very proud of you. It is our pleasure to have you here. We're never going to forget you, you know. Now when you do this, you become one of the leaders, regardless of what your age might be. And I'm going to have your colleague from Tonawanda, Scott Logan, present this to you. We're going to do a dance in her honor. And we asked her before, what is your favorite dance that we do in our traditions, in our gatherings like this? And she wants to do a two-step. And so I'm going to ask Ryan Jimerson, our other Seneca dancer, he'll lead our group, all of our group, in honoring our princess. We're going to do this Western two-step. It's a beautiful set of songs. They're really love songs. I'm not really sure whether that has any implications here for. Anyway, we're going to have Ryan and our princess lead this Western two-step. Beautiful song. Ron, you all set? Two-step time in honor of our princess, Ashley Sundown, Beaver Clan, Onondaga, no, Seneca Nation. Sorry about that. Oh, I can get hit upside the head after. know, behind every gracious young individual that we have, there are parents, there are people who have raised us and given us certain values, and they certainly demonstrated that in our Princess Ashley. Is Janice Hallett, is she in the audience? Janice Hallett here? Well, they're going to be here this evening though, right? I have one last part of this presentation before the young men have asked that they war dance in her honor. I have one last part of this. Scott. Now our young men have asked if they can do a dance in her honor and get ready, warmed up for this afternoon at 4 o'clock. All of our men dancers and any of the women dancers who would like to join them in this honor war dance for our Princess Ashley Sundown. Scott and Ryan and all the men dancers, would you please come out? It's time to honor the princess by war dancing, and any of the ladies who would like to dance. Well, the program that we have is never planned. It's simply, I get up here and start talking, and then as the young people go by me, they say, could we do this dance? Could we do this dance? And our agenda is kind of set by whatever the dancers want to do. There is one dance that is called a canoe dance. It's a dance that allows, or it was developed to promote social interaction within our young people. Let me explain why that was necessary very quickly. A few generations before my time, all of the marriages within the people of the Longhouse were arranged. They were arranged primarily to make sure that young people didn't decide and marry into their own clan. Now, when that happened that way, I'm sure that we didn't understand Mendelian genetics. But we did know this, that it was not the best thing to do to marry into your family, whatever the results of that were. And so marriages were arranged. And if there's one thing that Europeans have taught us that we've bought into, is that we don't do that anymore. Even though in theory and in philosophy, we know that marriages should be guided minimally. Now with that kind of standard, there had to be methods that allowed for social interaction, and this canoe dance was one of those. The men dance in an outer circle, the women dance in an inner circle. At a change of the song, there, a young man can kind of not capture for good, but introduce himself to a young lady and have her dance with him for a while. And then the song changes, and that can go on for as long as the lead singer wants it to go on, and then as the lead singer yells, that will end our canoe dance song. So young men, would you please put yourself in the outer circle, young ladies in the inner circle, and we're going to demonstrate now this old-time canoe dance. Sometime about 25 years ago at Tonawanda, they were having this canoe dance, and Hank Huff was in the outside circle. He reached in and grabbed one of those ladies out of that circle. She never got out of his canoe. She's been there since that time. Oh, oh, yeah. All right, canoe dance time. You know, when we do these dances, there are some things that happen that are very nice. We put on a demonstration of something that has been going on in our culture for 1,000 years. One of the old dances is called Shake the Bush. This Shake the Bush dance came about because many years ago it was the task of the young people to go out and gather the raspberry and the blackberry. And the young ladies and young men were taught to put their foot into that bush and shake it, just in case there was another or a creature of the forest there that was after the same berries. And that task turned into a dance. In a longhouse, let me explain how we do it. We're going to demonstrate it for you, but in a longhouse, the women line up first. A beautiful song is sang by the men, and then the women pick it up and they sing that song and they begin to dance. But here, just so we can demonstrate it fully with the time we have, I'm going to ask Scott Logan and Ryan if they would go out in front there, and we'll begin as though that we had sung that opening song already, so we can demonstrate this Shake the Bush for our guests here in our village. Oh, I think they need me. Shake the bush time. Yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo nanny boy hey, yo love yo hey, yo love yo hey, yo nanny boy hey, Yawaha. Old timer shakes the bush here. We're going to bring our dancers out, a couple or three or four at a time here. We're going to get warmed up for this afternoon. These two young Seneca dancers here that are with us, I'm going to introduce them both to you, and we're going to come down the line here and have our dancers dance together. Scott Logan hails from the Tonawanda band of Senecas. He's been dancing here for several years. Ryan Jimerson is third generation Seneca coming here. His grandpa sang for many years. His father used to hum with his grandfather, then eventually his father sang here, and his uncle. They're going to show you, along with Stephanie Smith, also Seneca fast board dance. One time, get used to Ronnie singing because all the money is on the line. First place. We have young Oneida. Bradley Jones is dancing with the Oneidas. We have Gunna Dahawi, member of the Bear Clan Oneida Nation. Okay, we have just two Oneida dancers here. So, okay, one time, Ron, right down the line. Oneida Day was Wednesday. Fancy war dance time. Now we have a Mohawk dancer, Jarrett White. And the lady dancer is Gwen Frost from Akwesasne. Do we have any other? Our one Mohawk dancer went to make a movie. It's called Breakfast at Tonawandi. No. All right. Mohawk time, fancy war dance. On the money. I might add that anybody who is here visiting, if you'd like to get into the contest, all you have to do is show up with all of your regalia on. A young man from Cattaraugus, Ron Jemerson, danced here 25 years ago. He'll be back. Well, that's what he said, but we didn't reinforce the mound yet. We're going to wait till next year, then he'll be able to come up and do his thing here. Let's go to the Onondagas now. We've got Jesse Jacobs, Beaver Clan, Lance Isaacs, Beaver Clan, Wewoka Shenandoah, Eel Clanner, Phyllis Parsons, Beaver Clan, Onondagas. One time, fast, long, four song. No, just sing it to me. Hickory Edwards, Turtle Clan, Onondaga Nation, Hoop Dancer Deluxe. Show them, Hoop, Hickory, you're going to win the whole division this afternoon. Show them why now. You better not do that split right now, you're liable to. Okay, one time, Ronnie. We have several dancers that had to be excused from this morning's dance because one of the ceremonies at the Onondaga Longhouse called them and they needed to be there to take part in that ceremony. So I'm going to call out the two Cayuga dancers, Diana and Alicia Thompson. Come out, they're dancing for the Cayugas. I'm also going to call the Tuscarora dancers out now. We have Danny Printup, Marilyn Hill, and Aileen Fozzie, Tuscaroras and Cayugis. Okay, one time here. Get ready to win 10,000 lira. That's $100. mention to our dancer, you go back and hook everything up real good, because when we dance at 4 o'clock, if part of your outfit falls off, you're going to be blaming your mom. You'll get mad because she didn't sew it on good. It's going to fall off. We will be back. We have a band concert at 2 o'clock with the Iroquois Band. Following that, at 4 o'clock, we have this war dance contest. If you're here, you're welcome to come back and see that spectacular event. I'm going to ask Stanley Buck of the Cayugas to lead our group in the stomp dance off the Turtle Mound. If you'd like to meet any of the dancers or singers after, please feel free to do that. If you have a camera, all we ask before you take pictures that you ask them if it's okay to take their picture. That young man right behind Stanley Scott says, anybody can take my picture. Anybody. He's a movie star. All right. One time. Stomp dance time, Stanley. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful, safe, productive, enjoyable day at this great New York State Fair. Thank you for being here. Some of the dancers try some corn soup. We have a special today in our cookhouse. Prime rib, cooked Seneca style. I'm not sure what that is. It's kind of like Cajun, I think. Yeah. Ooh, ooh. We're gonna do two warm-up dances here. We're gonna do old moccasin dance. I'll ask our singer Norman Jimerson. I'll go up and join, please. Well, we're going to begin with the junior division. These are the contestants who are 12 and under, both male and female. So contestants, if you are 12 and under, if you're not 13, would you please come out onto the platform? Judges, would you move out in front, please? There's 3 judges. Norman, we're going to sing. Is Norman going to sing the song? Okay, all right. Give them a nice one that to know, Ron, so they'll do their very best on this first round here. Boy, about 47 years ago, that used to be Ted Lewis out there then. One day his pin came off. He lost the contest. Senior Women's Division dancers, come out onto the platform, please.
It's like second base.
Senior Women's Division, put yourself right in the front there so the judge can see you. Wait just a minute, Ron. They're still talking about, they're selecting maybe the final. It may take 2 or 3 times through to decide because if 2 dancers dance really good all the way through and stop, then they may have to dance off a couple times. Senior Women's Division, Fancy War dance time. Norman Jefferson singing. The judge. Judges, you want to talk a bit, and then we'll bring the men out. I'm going to ask them, they can select 2 of the dancers to come back the second time. If there's a question, they can select. That means the second round will have, at a minimum, 6 dancers, but there can be more than that. Senior men's dancers. Senior men dancers, come on out here. Dance all night long here. Get a winner here. Oh, I thought I was up the dam again for a while. The judges are going to select 1 or 2 of the junior dancers now, and then we're going to go back to the women dancers, and then we're going to go back to the senior men dancers. So they're to select now 1 or 2 of the junior dancers. Then the process of elimination will begin. You can select 2 of the dancers. To each. Is that all? Are these the 4? Did you select who you want? 2? Are they actually have the same as somebody? We have one more. All right, we have 5. Now watch. This time select 3 if you can get down to 3 from this group. And then we'll look at places. Okay, one time. Norman, ready? Oh, oh. If you want to consult on that for me, you can. No? You set? You need to pick later? All right. You can now pick 1 or 2 of the senior lady dancers. If your selections are the same, that's fine, but you each have a choice to pick 1 or 2 of the lady dancers for this round. Judges, from the senior women's division, you have a chance to pick 1 or 2. If you want 3, pick 3. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is coming down. No one has won any place yet. These are the 6 semi-finalists, and then we'll go down to 3 next time. Break them down to 3. Okay, Norman. Ready? Are they six? Okay, pick 1 or 2 senior men dancers now. 1 or 2 senior men dancers. Oh, I'm sorry. The first 6 of the men dancers on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From here on, come out. You guys come out and dance, all of you. Wait, Shannon. You wait. You're going to dance with... We're going to break them into 2 groups. Very hard to watch the whole thing when we were before, so... Okay, one time. War dance time. Next six. Come out, please. When we get back to the senior division, I want all of you to pick 1 or 2. Not right now, but now what we need to do You need to confer, eh? The judges need to talk. And I'm going to ask them from those 6 girls, you need to pick 3 or 4 from that group there.
Give me about 30 seconds in Spanish. I made up for that 20 years. Stay with them, so you can make that comment.
I'm not supposed to be listening what the judges are saying over there. I'm not supposed to hear my girlfriend's son. No, I didn't say that. I'm just kidding. They don't cheat like that. If they can't determine a winner, then the singer and the MC splits.
Hey, you kid. Get out of here.
Okay, you're picking the senior women dancers. Is that what you're doing now? Okay, pick senior women dancers. 3 or 4. All right, we're down to from this, you'll have to confer after and pick first, second, or third, right? Okay, we have the 3 finalists. So sing one of those magic Seneca songs. Division. You want to confer on that right now? Maybe you're better because they're out here. So I know all of you have got tremendous memories. They're very short, though. You better do some selecting right now so that you won't forget. Now, there were 2 sets of senior men's dancers that they're now going to select 1 or 2 apiece from the senior men dancers, but right now they're conferring on these 3 finalists, the women's dance. All right. Okay, go and pick, now you go and pick. This one here. And who else? In a blue? Maryland. You 2 dance. They want to see the MC? No, they don't. All right. Here it is. This is, they're trying to break a tie here. I don't know whether it's first, second, or third on a break, but one time. senior men dancers now. We've got those fixed. Okay. One or two senior men dancers from the whole group. You go over each one of you.
I'm gonna do 7 sets.
Each one of you are to pick one or two men. If you pick the same ones, that's fine, but there can be 6 dancers out there now. Each one of you pick one or two of the senior men dancers. Now each of you pick them individually. One or two of the men dancers. All right, we've got 6 dancers going to be put out here. Oh, yeah. The old man's hanging in there. Oh, yeah. You guys better confer, because from that group you need to, I don't know what, you need to do something. You might call in a whole new set of judges here for these final ones. There's Art Jones out there. He used to dance here a long time ago. That was before they reinforced the mound. Loda. Never mind, Art. Never mind that stuff. Just forget that. Okay, they got 4 dancers they're going to bring out this time. 4 dancers they're going to bring out. 4 dancers, because they all hit right on the money, but 2 were out. 4 dancers are being brought out. Oh, oh! Yeah.
Ben?
Oh.
Yes, Andy. Come on, boys. Come on, bro.
Now what? Please slip back off, because the people in the back there are, as we get down to the finals here, they're having a hard time to see the fancy footwork.
Have to go off.
Now what are you going to do? Junior and the women's division, but we're going to have to, the senior men are going to have to dance again.
Okay, boys, stay back down.
They told me to get away from their conversation. Go pick them up. Picture, bro. These are the three for the finals that we're doing. We have 3 finalists. This is for the finalists. Gonna sing 14 songs. Now, hold on. Now, just sing one bad. We're gonna kill Ron here. Is there a doctor in the house? Oh dear. The winners dance one time for you. In the junior division, in 3rd place, junior division fancy war dance contest, Lloyd Elm number 3, 3rd place. In 2nd place, junior division, David Jones, 2nd place. And this year's junior division champion, New York State Fair, fancy war dance, Hickory Edwards, Turtle Clan, Onondaga Nation, Hickory Edwards. In the senior women's division, 3rd place from the Mohawk Nation, Noni Thomas. 2nd place from the Tuscarora Nation, Kim Abrams. And for the 2nd year in a row, the senior division women's champion, Marilyn Hill, Tuscarora. 3rd place, senior men's division, Ronnie Shenandoah, Onondaga Eel Clan. I'm not sure. I think this is happening a couple years in a row here now, but we couldn't decide a first place, or they couldn't decide a first place winners. So tying for the championship, 2 young Seneca Nation dancers, Scott Logan, Ryan Jimerson. Seneca Nation. Now we're gonna sing a song 3 times and let them dance alone once. And then with all the rest of you, because you're all winners, you know, you're all winners when you do this. After they sing the song once, would all of you join our champions in this dance, all right? Sing the song 3 times, Norman. Three repeats. Three repeats, and then you'll join in when they get after they dance one. Here they are, the champions. Move back. You're blocking the whole turtle. All right, everybody dance. One time. Final number for this contest time. Well, thank you very much for being here with us. I know that what you just saw is something every year that draws a nice crowd here from all over the state of New York and parts of Canada. We will be back at 7 o'clock this evening with our full show, our full...